Hello and welcome to the video. My name is Charly Gud and I have been blogging at charlygud.com since 2016. For those of you who don't know me, I am a software developer primarily doing web development with a focus on e-commerce. I started off with a normal job working at consultant companies and then branched out to do freelance work and then started my own consulting company. While doing some freelance work, I still maintained my normal job. I was doing web development for a company that I didn't mind working for, but we hired a new manager that would become my direct reporting manager, and I hated that guy. One day when we had a production issue, it was early in the morning and he still wasn't in the office, and he was texting me for status updates every minute. I eventually replied, "Do you want me to fix it or just talk to you about it?" He didn't find that nearly as funny as I did, and when he finally showed up, I had to do a little one-on-one. While talking to him, I told him I could not work with him. I felt like he was more of a king and not a leader, and that I did not want to be on his team anymore. He told me that he wouldn't beg me to stay, so I unclipped my door badge, threw it on his desk, and told him it was for the best, and I walked out. So after quitting, I had to become a full-time freelancer, which I've already been doing for the most part. I just had to scale it up and start my own consulting company. By walking out, a lot of the people that I used to work with started asking me for financial advice, because clearly I was in a position that I could just quit. Unlike a lot of the other content creators in the finance space, I wasn't laid off and forced to do this. I was already starting to do it and wanted to continue it, and hated my job enough that was the day I was going to make the jump. So while being asked for advice, I remembered a time when I asked the owner of the company that I was working for financial advice, and he gave me some tips that were not all that relevant. The reason being is his family had a lot of money. He was in his 50s and his father was a prominent surgeon in the area who passed away. His family had the money and all he had to do was keep it. So all of his advice was to do something safe. In my case, I needed to generate some money, so that really didn't help. After walking out on my job and being asked for some advice, I realized that the advice I gave was a similar situation, where I had the freelance work going and had more money than most people asking me for advice did. That led to the idea of starting this channel with a goal of focusing on the reasons why. So in every scenario, there are several possible solutions, but it just depends on the variables of the situation. Somebody with a lot of money could make a little bit of money far easier than somebody who has no money. So if you want to hear about if you're interested in financial advice and business advice, along with business ownerships in the various stages of entrepreneurship, all the way down to a side hustle, like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.